Welcome to The Kingdom Sleeps, the fantasy bedtime story decided by the roll of a dice. My name's Andrew, I'll be your story master for this evening.
And my name's Orla, and I'll be playing the role of Nina.
Tonight's story is named The Wandering Shrine, where we once again join Nina and her grandfather Steph in the orchard at Lark's Grove, where they are in the midst of a fruit naming ceremony.
Before we begin tonight's story, we'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been supporting us over on the Patreon. And if you haven't checked it out yet, we released some early release videos as well as some extra content over there. And the story wouldn't be possible without your support.
It certainly wouldn't. Thank you so much to everyone. But now, close your eyes, make yourselves comfortable, and join us where the kingdom sleeps. So, it is night, and you are standing barefoot somewhere in the heart of the orchard at Lark's Grove with your Opa Steph right next to you. And this night is very dark. The clouds are thick above your head, and it feels like it's threatening to rain very soon. Humidity almost ensconces you inside of it. On a normal day, around this time, you'd probably be bathed in a twilight from the sky, but today it is very dark and you can barely see 5 feet in front of you, with the only light being from a lantern that hangs from a gnarled, crooked staff that belongs to Steph, which he has plunged into the earth next to you to act as a post. Directly in front of you is a beautiful, slender, young fruit tree, which is probably about as large as Nina herself, maybe just a little bit taller. And off its branches are hanging these marvellous, strange-looking, just ripe fruits. Fruit of Steph's own invention. Looking at them, they are shaped almost like pears, with a narrow top widening out to a bulbous bottom, but from that narrow top dangle these long, spiralling, fleshy tubes arrayed in a circle, so that to look at it, it almost looks as if it was some kind of pipe or wind instrument. At the base of this tree, in front of which you stand, there is an old stone shrine, probably about half the height of the tree itself. It resembles an archway of sorts with a flat, hard stone top and arched sides that plunge into the earth. And on these arched sides are beautiful, intricate carvings of flora and foliage, at the base of which, on the inside of this archway, is this chunky root. Seems to come from a tree, almost certainly not the tree in front of you. It's far too young, but some older tree, perhaps somewhere off in the orchard. And it has a little oval-shaped knot in the center of this thick root, on top of which is placed a stone bowl, which looks like it's almost made purposefully for this knot, where offerings might be placed. In your cupped hands, Nina, you hold a steaming, aromatic bowl of plump bean stew. And in front of you, Steph is stooped down on the ground and with a small trowel is just finishing off digging a hole in front of this shrine, in the earth in front of it, that is just a little bit bigger than the circumference of this bowl that you hold. As Steph finishes off taking the last bits of earth from this hole, he raises himself up and says, "Ah, yes, that should do it." And as he pushes himself up, you see him begin to wobble slightly, a bit uneasily, and almost stumble to the ground, sort of stepping to the side a little bit over his own feet before just about leveling himself off. He takes a deep breath. Roll me a perception check, please.
That is 11. Oh no, excuse me, 13.
13. With a 13, you would notice that not only does he seem quite flustered, red in the face, but also just now and just about in this dim light, and with Nina's poor eyesight, can still manage to see that his eyes are bloodshot at the edges. Oh, I think the ground may have moved a little underneath me there.
Are you okay, Opa?
Oh, yes, I think I just maybe got up a little bit too quickly.
I'd like to step closer to him and see if I can tell if he's being truthful in his answer.
You step a little bit closer, getting into his space, and you notice him noticing you get into his space, and you look into his eyes. Roll me an insight check.
That is 8.
With an 8, he's unable to hide in his countenance the fact that he is weary. He seems more weary than usual, this grandfather of yours, who, for as long as you've known him, seemed filled with spirit, sometimes happy, sometimes angry, sometimes sad, but always spirit. But he seems a little subdued in his countenance, but you can't discern that he's directly trying to lie to you.
I'd like to take his arm and just give it a squeeze.
He looks down your hand and raises his to squeeze your arm in turn, gives a curt little nod and a smile. Well, Nina, that should do it. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes. I step forward with the bowl in my hands and kneel down, plodding it into the hole that he's just freshly dug in the ground.
And as you do so, Steph begins to kneel down again with some great effort to pick up his trowel and start tossing that freshly turned earth back over the bowl until the hole is entirely covered. And Steph has a very satisfied look upon his face as he this time presents his arm to you in need of assistance to bring himself back up to his feet.
Yeah, I help him up.
And you feel his weight, quite a lot of his weight, push up against you as he gets up, still with that satisfied look on his face. Yes. Quite a fine stew you've made there, and I'm sure the underfoots will much enjoy it.
I hope so.
Yes. Perhaps if we keep a watchful eye tonight with this darkness that surrounds us, we may just see them.
I look around carefully, already anticipating some movement in the trees.
Roll me a perception check.
Five.
The night is still and thick, and the darkness pervades. Couldn't hope to see into those trees if you tried. And Steph now turns to face you, and with a look of pride and resolution looks into your eyes. Now, Nina, of course, we're not just here to make offerings to the underfoots, but to celebrate this new strand, this new hybrid of mine. What do you think? He ushers his hand towards these dangling pear-like tubular fruit hanging.
She's incredible.
I thought so myself. Quite unique.
Have you tasted them?
I have not, Nina. And, well, I thought perhaps this evening, here now, we could try it for the first time together. And I wondered, Nina, if this time you would like to name the fruit.
Me?
That's right.
Oh, I don't know if I could.
Oh, of course you can. You've been here in this orchard with me for so many years now. You know as much about each of these plants here as I do. I think you'd be tremendous at it.
What if I get it wrong? What if I pick the wrong name?
Oh, Nina. You couldn't. Not if you take the time to get to know it, which I'm sure you will. Here, pick me a fruit from the tree, will you?
Slowly letting go of his arm, I make my way over to the new tree. And I first do a short bow, pressing my head towards the bark to feel the tree's skin and get a smell for the wood.
Are you trying to discern anything when you feel and smell these things?
I like to begin to paint a picture of the essence of the tree, try to understand her personality, and begin to know who she is.
Roll me 2 separate investigations, please. One for the feel of the bark of this tree, and one for the smell of it, with advantage for the smell.
Okay, so that's 10 for the first. I'm not rolling well today. Advantage. 18 for the smell.
As you run your hand along the edge of the bark of this tree, you'll notice that it's similar to that of a birch, with patches of smooth and rough, and you can feel that alternate texture and bumps as you run it along. It certainly seems like a bark of contradiction, almost in itself. You take in the scent of the tree in its entirety, with its foliage, bark and fruit, and you get, with that keen sense of smell of yours, at first a sweetness, almost as if the tree was still completely bloomed with blossom, very fragrant. And then behind it, this sharpness, almost like vinegar. Again, this strange juxtaposition.
Wow. I'd like to take one of your fruit. You will let me. And I wait a moment, and if it's still, there's no sudden noises or movements in her branches, I will carefully reach up and pull the lowest hanging fruit.
After a moment of stillness, you reach up into its foliage to grab the lowest fruit dangling. As you do so, from the base of the tree, from the top, you see 3 pink mamu glide down onto the branch just above that which you are picking the fruit. They glide in so swiftly, so naturally, and they hang themselves down from that branch above, almost like a dripping raindrop, 1, 2, 3 in a row, and they then make it known. You can see their form takes that of a leaf that is hanging from the branch itself. But you can see their eyes. They have small little hands, almost just like paws of themselves, coming out the side of the leaf. And tiny little smiles. And they are very eager to watch you pluck this fruit.
I bow my head towards them take the fruit.
As you bow, pluck the fruit, just that little bit of resistance, and you make that twist at the stem, will allow the fruit to just come away without damaging the tree too much. The mamu, hanging from the tree, swing back and forth with a smile and a waving of their little paws in approval. You can bring that fruit over to Steph, who is looking at it with great marvel and removing a small, short-bladed knife from his side, ready to open the flesh. May I?
Absolutely. I hold it out for him.
And he grabs it, sort of lifting up these fleshy tubes to inspect it thoroughly, and creates quite neat incisions that creates two nearly half-moon shaped slices. And then, for good measure, cuts off a few sections of the tube itself to try, and he'll hand you a half moon and a tube segment. Please, you go first.
I first take the tube section, and is it hollow?
It is. It's a hollow tube. It's almost like a ring. Thick ring.
Is it possible to blow into it?
You can, yeah.
I want to know, does it make any noise?
You raise it to your lips and blow through the hole, and it has this dual tone. You can hear a low woo and a high rattling sort of wee noise, but the high noise is a lot quieter than the low one.
And I glance to the mamu to see if they've noticed. I know how much they like wind instruments and noise.
As you look up to see their reaction, you'll notice that the leaf shape that they are has rolled up like a blind to cover their own face, and their little paws go over the top, as if to hold it there. And once you've stopped, which is the moment at which you look up, they sort of roll a portion of their leaf down, reveal their eyes. They look over at you to see if you intend to continue to do so. And once they're sure that you're not going to blow on it again, they'll relax themselves down.
And then I will eat it. I will first taste the tubular section.
Okay. Roll me a constitution saving throw, please.
23.
Whoa. As you put this section of tube in your mouth, the first thing you'll notice is just how rubbery it is. It's difficult to chew. The second thing you'll notice fairly quickly is how deep the flavour is, but it is not good. It is something like a mixture of marmite and sap that overwhelms your mouth. But you are able to swallow it, should you choose.
Oh, I will. I think it would be disrespectful not to.
And so you do. And as you do, it feels warm going down your throat. And you feel possibly like that might have been good for you.
So strange. I will then take the other piece of fruit and eat that.
As you bite into the flesh of this fruit, which is pale green, you're met with a very different sensation, that of sweetness to a degree that it almost feels like it might spoil your teeth. It's a exceedingly sweet fruit, and not overly watery either. It almost feels like you are eating a grain, perhaps a sweet grain.
And does it interact with the other flavor? Or do they feel very separate?
They feel quite separate. Yeah. As you're mulling these flavors over, you can notice opposite you, Steph, having slid the tube over the top of the section of half moon and consumed the two in their entirety. And with a somewhat bitter, quizzical face, chews and consumes. And then takes his hand to his chin and goes, yes. What do you think?
What do I think we should call her?
Well, if you have a name.
Well, there's so much duality.
Yes. A fruit of duality, I would agree.
So I think we should call her something about those two halves.
Yes.
Maybe Tvela? Tve being two, and La being like the split between them.
Tvela. And he looks to the rest of the fruit that he holds and smells the cut section deeply and puts the open flesh to his ear, and he says, Svela, and listens for a response. I think it's perfect, Nina. Perfect. Well done. You have tapped into the heart of this fruit. Yes. Well then, let us make our offering. And he reaches up to the tree once again, now just to the branch where it is in fact the Mamu sit, and plucks the fruit from just beneath them. Takes the fruit, and once again, a little bit of labour, kneels down towards that large stone bowl within the shrine that sits on the root, and puts it right in the centre. He looks at it, clears his throat. On 2 knees, looking up towards the tree above him. Oh yea, bushel and sprigs. We thank this tree for Svela it gives. And he sits in the silence of his words, before looking up to you and saying, well, and that is it. Oh, I always get a strange, fuzzy feeling every time I name a new fruit. It's especially special to have had you here and name it this time, Nina. Thank you.
No, thank you. I think at this moment I realise that I was holding my breath and that my palms are sweating. And I feel a big sense of relief at the weight of something that I had been maybe putting off for a long time, or maybe not yet feeling competent to help in such a sacred practice.
And you can see in the sparkling eyes that look up to you that now extend a hand for help. A great pride, and you could definitely draw a confidence and a knowing that not only are you now definitely capable of doing these things, but also from that hand that reaches up to you, that you might need to be capable, that Steph indeed will need your help in these things. Would you mind?
Yes, of course. And I help him stand. And I think seeing that a mixture of the pride in his face, but also the transfer of something unnamed, I'm fighting back tears as I help him to his feet.
As he raises himself up, again a little bit flustered, and has to lean his other hand against the shrine itself as he just wobbles slightly to pull himself up. He moves around his own feet once again just a little bit, says, "Oh no, dear, nearly knocked the whole shrine down." Yeah, although I wouldn't be surprised if it came back just the same. Did I ever tell you the story of this shrine, Nina?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I intended to build this shrine long ago, before you came to us at Lark's Grove. I intended to build it somewhere on the back, and I'd had a series of what we now call bloatberries, and I was hoping to set up a shrine for, and I sourced the stone and
With Freya?
Yes, with Freya. And roll me an insight check.
$21.
He does go on to bumble about the story, but you get a sense that there was a moment there where if you'd pushed a little harder, or just softly entered in, you maybe could have got him to say something else. I got all the materials for the shrine and, placed them where it was to go, and I was going to come back the next day to build it. But when I did, all the things were in this spot right here, where it lays. So of course I thought I'd just gone mad, as I often do, and I moved them back to where I intended to put the shrine. But lo and behold, the next day, all the things were here once again. And
that's so strange.
Oh well, yes indeed. Couldn't quite put my finger on what it is that causing it. But I put it down to the underfoot. Maybe they knew precisely where it needed to be, or maybe their homes were in that area, who weren't happy with me building it.
Have you seen them? The underfoot?
The underfoot? Oh, well, no, Nina. You know, they're light averse. They don't like to be anywhere where there's like that complete darkness, which is, of course, why we are giving this offering today in this dark,
but
cloudy...
But could you feel them?
I feel them? Oh, yes, Nina, I dare say occasionally I can. It's very subtle. Very subtle. There is, as you stand barefoot, especially on dark nights, slight rippling under one's soles. I'm sure it's the underfoots at work.
And you said before that the Mamu, that they liked Freya, that they liked to be near her. And the underfoots there, Mamu too, right?
Well, yes, that's right.
Do you think that they liked to come because she was there? Could she feel them?
Your grandmother was very perceptive and in tune with not just the Mamu but nature and all that was spiritual in the world. So yes, I don't doubt that they enjoyed her company. Not that they would ever do much to help her. But it is quite late now, and we must go to bed.
Yes. Maybe she's with them.
I certainly hope she is. Come now. Quick cup of tea, and we'll settle in. We've work to do tomorrow.
I'd take his arm and walk slowly back towards.
He links arms with yours, dislodges his gnarled staff with hanging lantern, and walks with you back to the treehouse. So, it's just a few hours later now. And the lanterns have been dimmed. You lay in your hammock with Kota nuzzled up by your side. And that threatening rain has now begun to pour outside. Not violently, but softly, and is wafting up the aroma of fresh earth quite strongly into the room, especially to your nose. As you lay in your hammock, Kota by your side, rain hitting up against the window, and just in those moments before sleep, what runs through Nina's mind?
Nina's mind is jumping from that heavy feeling that she felt in helping her granddad stand up, and then skipping to thoughts of her grandmother and imagining what it might have been like to be in the presence of such a person. And she sees the impact of Freya and every aspect of her grandfather's life, like an unspoken thread. And I think a part of her wonders how she can access that, how she can be more like that person who was so in tune with the world and knew what to do.
These thoughts swirling in your mind, you begin to very nearly fall asleep, when something just grabs your attention. Roll me a perception check, please.
That is a 22.
You hear something outside. With that roll, you hear it very distinctly, echoing among the orchard. Is the voice of a young boy, and that voice is chanting, and that chant, with your roll, you can hear is coming roughly from the direction of the shrine, and the chant is that of Steph's, of Europa's, when he lay down the fruit as offering. Oh yea, branch and sprigs. And you can hear it over and over.
Without thinking, she will carefully ease herself out of the hammock, almost transfixed on the sound, as quietly as possible so as not to wake Steph or even wake Kota. She can manage to ease away from him.
Roll me a stealth check with advantage, due to having too successfully consumed the tube part of the Svala fruit. Twelve is enough. Actually, I'm gonna roll for Steph. This roll is gonna have to be not high. He's very tired. He'll probably sleep through. I think it'll have to be over a 9. as you edge yourself down just out of the hammock and creep towards the floor with Kota silently coming up behind your side. The wood of the floor just creaks an inch, and Steph's steady breathing suddenly clots. Nina, you're alright.
Just getting some water.
Yeah, okay. Falls asleep.
I wait there in the doorway for a moment until I'm sure that he's fallen back asleep.
It takes a good few moments before you can hear once again that steady breathing that you know familiar to your sleeping grandfather. But eventually, you're fairly certain he's quite asleep.
I'll head out onto the porch, not even thinking to bring a cloak or anything for the rain. I'm still wearing the ceremonial dress, which is like a darker dress with patches sewn onto it. And I'd like to lean over the balcony and see if I can still hear what direction the chanting is coming from, if it's still there.
Great, yeah. As you head out onto the balcony and now feel this atmosphere of moisture from the rain pouring down, look out across the orchard. You can still hear that chanting, oh yay, oh yay. Roll me an investigation.
6.
It seems to echo out across the orchard. But from your last recollection, it was coming from the end of the orchard where the shrine happened to be.
Then that's exactly where I'm going to head. I think to get down from our treehouse is a noisy, often perilous affair. So I'm going to try and ease myself down, climbing through the branches, so as not to wake Steph.
Alright. Roll me an athletics check with advantage.
That's a nat 20.
Even with Kota on your shoulder, you feeling particularly lazy this day, could very easily jump down the tree himself, but has decided not to. Even with his weight, you very gracefully manage to climb your way down the branches that jut out of the side of the treehouse and make it to the floor, sliding down the bottom of the large root right to the base of the tree, and you make your way through the orchard in this dark atmosphere. Remembering that you neglected to bring a cloak nor any light. And so the shadows are deep, and with Nina's eyesight, very difficult to see. But she knows the orchard like the back of her hand. She's been here long enough. So she can quite happily make her way over. And she knows precisely that she's hit the spot just from a distance, as she can see those 3 hanging mamu, softly glowing pink.
Still there.
Still there. But she will notice that the sound has stopped. Chanting has ceased.
I will carefully walk towards the shrine and feel my way on the grass with my bare feet, now soaking wet. My eyesight, I think, is so bad that the only thing I can focus on is those mamu. And I will make my way cautiously towards the shrine, trying to just hear for any noises, any signs of the underfoot.
Roll me an investigation. This will be to see, whether there is any movement around.
2.
It is deadly still, surrounded by this gently falling but persistent rain. Any tiny movements will just get washed out by this white noise wall of downpour. You can slowly make your way up to the shrine until you know yourself to be right at the base of the shrine and this tree. Roll me an investigation. No, roll me a perception check. But it's vision related, so I would give you advantage due to your tube consumption, but it will be negated by your terrible eyesight, so just standard, please.
That is a 16.
Everything you look at in this orchard is desaturated and shadowed, lacks detail, and it is simply outlines that you can see due to this dark cloud cover. Even so, you can quite clearly see that the fruit offering in the bowl is gone.
I would like to also check the buried pile below to see if the soup seems like it's been touched as well.
How would you like to do this? Would you like to dig it up or just look at the area in which it was buried?
I think I would just like to look at the area for any signs that it's been moved or altered. I think it might be disrespectful to tamper with this.
Yeah, roll me an investigation, but once again, just standard.
11.
As far as you can see, it looks untouched. Of course, this heavy downpour over the last hour or so has pounded that earth into the ground. Difficult even to discern quite where it was buried. As far as you can see, the soil looks untouched. As you bend down to look at this soil, really scrutinize the earth, hear a voice behind you. It says, "What are you doing?"
I freeze, not turning around, and I just say, I'm checking to see if the offering has been enjoyed.
Offering? To who?
Well, to the underfoots, and the spirits of the trees.
spirits of the trees? You mean like the mother spirit?
I suppose. Then I'd like to begin to slowly turn and see if I can see who's standing behind me.
Are you trying to see without them knowing you're seeing, or are you just slowly doing this?
I think a bit of both. I'm trying to see if I can get a glimpse over my shoulder. I'm worried of startling them. Or of who this might be.
As you slowly arch your head around your shoulder, you quickly become sure that whoever this is not worried or startled, because they are taking a few short but confident steps towards you. Just looking over your shoulder, in this dark, dark light, you get the outline, just the outline, and just because it's in your peripheral vision, of a person of short stature, perhaps half your height.
And who might you be?
Oh, I'm Ovest.
Ovest. I turn around fully. And have you enjoyed some of the offering?
As you turn around fully, do you stand up when you do this?
I think kind of crouch.
You trying to remain on the height of...
Yes, if possible.
Yeah. You sort of swirl around on your haunches, as it were, to face this person in outline. And roll me a perception.
16.
You can see that this is a boy. He seems to have no hair on his head. You can't discern his facial features or much of the colour of his skin or the colour of his clothes. His clothes look loose around him, like very baggy robes. And you can see a large sphaler fruit in his hand. Well, I was going to enjoy it, I guess. I didn't know it was an offering. I was trying to say the words that you gotta say to see what happens. I don't think anything happens.
Well, you have to be patient, Ovis. And I think we should leave the fruit in the bowl, but I can get you another one.
Okay, I like that.
I reach up and pull another fruit from the tree and indicate to him to put the one he's clutching back in the bowl.
He looks up to you, very sharply puts the fruit in the bowl and then quickly looks back up to you, eagerly awaiting that fruit.
I pluck it and, pulling a short knife from my apron, cut it in half and hand him the larger half.
And he takes it in two hands, very gratefully, two small hands. And takes a huge bite off the large, fleshy, non-tubular part. And you can hear it sort of like mushing and crunching as he works his way through it, even through the pitter-patter of the rain. He says, that's so good, isn't it?
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Ovis, are you cold? being out here in the rain?
Oh, I didn't know it was raining. Do you live here?
Yes. Yes, I live here with my opa, Steph. And
Where's Freya?
Rhea.
Yeah, she was here last time I came.
I think as he says that, the fruit slips from my fingers onto the floor. The last time you came.
Yeah, last time I had to run away.
Where are you from?
Oh, kind of nearby here. Not just too long past the forest. That's where me and my family live.
I think you must be confused. Rhea, I don't know where you heard that name, but she's been gone for a long time. Longer than you've been alive, I'm sure.
I saw her recently, I'm sure.
I don't understand.
She was really kind. She gave me fruit too.
When did you come here?
What, just now?
No, before. You said you've been here before.
Oh, it was last time I ran away from home. I guess I should stop doing it. But this time is much worse. I really messed up.
What happened?
Takes a big bite while he sort of ponders on telling you the information. Well, my mom and my dad are angry at me because... Let me explain. My sister, she's ill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Because they were gonna take her to the Mother Spirit to make her better.
Mother Spirit?
Yeah. The Mother Spirit. You know. And she looks after everybody and makes them better when they're ill. But she was mean to me, my sister. And I got really angry, and I said that I hope that the Mother Spirit didn't help her, and that she stayed ill. And I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to say that. I just got angry. And my parents got angry at me for saying it. I didn't know what to do, so I came here.
Well, we all say things that we don't mean sometimes. And you can always take it back.
What if they don't like me still, even if I take it back?
I'm sure they'll like you. The most important thing is when you say something wrong that you realize you said something wrong. And you say sorry.
Yeah. I guess I could start by saying sorry. I am sorry.
And where is your family?
Oh, they just live past the forest, I guess. With the village.
With the post office.
What's the post office?
Oh. How old are you?
I'm 9.
9. I feel like a 9-year-old would know what a post office is. Well, is your sister still sick?
Yeah, they were gonna take her the next tomorrow to see the Mother Spirit with the rest of the sick people.
Do you mean the Mamu?
Yeah, that's the Mother Spirit, the mother of the Mamu.
Mother of the Mamu. Oh, I I didn't know the Mamu had a mother.
Everybody knows the Mamu has a mother. Nobody knows what a post office is, but everybody knows that.
Well, can I meet her?
Well, sure you can. She's here to look after all of us.
And your sister, she doesn't need medicine, like normal medicine.
What's that?
I could get some for you that you could eat, and maybe like a brew of herbs and tea.
I see what you mean. I don't know. I think the mother spirit will just make her better. That's what everybody does.
Okay.
Thanks, though. That's kind.
And you're going tomorrow, you said, to see the mother spirit.
Yeah.
And can I come then?
I guess, yeah, you could come back.
Is it hard to get there?
Didn't take me long to get here.
How did you get here? Through the forest, you said.
I just ran from home and came through the forest.
And you know your way home again?
Yeah, it's not far. Didn't take long. Sorry. Is Freya not here then?
Well, I don't know if you know the same Freya, but Freya was my grandmother, and she died a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago? More.
Oh. No, it can't be the same Freya. That doesn't...
No, it doesn't make sense.
Make sense.
Can you show me what she looked like? Or tell me what she looked like?
Yeah. She looked kind of like you. A little bit. She had a really long white robe on. Really fancy. But there was dirt all over it. And she wore a necklace. She had lots of hair, like you.
And the necklace, what did the necklace look like?
It was like that gold with like a white stone in the middle.
I think Nina's heart is beating really fast. She's trying to figure out if this boy or this moment is real, or if she's dreaming. And can you show me the way which you go home? What path?
Yeah. I mean, you want to go now?
I mean, I should probably get some stuff if I'm coming with you, but maybe you could meet me here again tomorrow, you said?
Yeah.
But when you saw Freya, when you were here the last time, was that recently?
I can't remember. It feels recently. Couple of weeks.
Well, that time doesn't make sense. When you met Freya, was she sick? Like your sister?
No. She was happy.
And was she here? right at this place?
Yeah, just here.
She was real?
Yeah, she was real.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that I can't get her for you.
It's okay. I just wondered. I feel like we kind of made friends.
Sure you did. But she's somewhere else now.
Yeah. That's okay. As he just devours the rest of this fruit to the bare skin, and you see just a moment where he bites into the tube part, and immediately drops it on the floor. I don't think that part's meant to be eaten. But it was really good though. Thanks.
Would you like to take another? You could take it home for your sister, maybe.
And then maybe if I brought her a gift, she'd know that I was sorry.
That's a great idea.
Okay. Yes, please.
I go and cut down another fruit. Hand it over.
Takes it eagerly from your hands. I feel a lot better now than I did before.
Good, well.
Did I ask your name? I'm bad with names.
I'm Nina.
Nina. Thanks, Nina. That's a weird name.
I think you've got a weird name too.
Okay.
Are you sure you're okay going back home? Your parents, they aren't too cross, are they? Too angry?
I was scared of that.
They won't hurt you, will they?
No, my parents have never hurt me.
Good.
Maybe with the fruit, they'll understand.
Yes, I'm sure they will. And I really hope that you make up with your sister.
Thanks, Nina. I think I will go home now.
Will you come back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay. And then we'll go see the mother spirit?
Yeah.
What should I bring?
Oh, well, if you got anyone that needs help, you can bring them.
I do.
Yeah, bring them.
Okay.
And then sometimes we bring offerings. I don't really understand what you gotta bring, because it's always different, and the adults bring the stuff. Sometimes it's like rocks, sometimes it's plants.
I've got rocks and plants. Okay.
Yeah, bring some of those, I guess.
Okay. I can do that. Same time here tomorrow?
Same time. I don't... Maybe earlier, because I ran away pretty late.
Okay.
And I shouldn't be out right now. That's another reason to be angry.
When it's dark or when it's light?
When it's dark.
Okay.
Bedtime. Yeah. But... What, when we meet? We meet... Yeah, when it's light.
Okay, you meet when it's light. But bedtime.
I'm confused.
Okay. Well, I'll be here tomorrow and I'll sit around here most of the day.
Okay. Cool. You gonna be here?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna be here.
I wasn't.
Well, in a way she is, because she's my grandmother, and that means that she's in me. And so, in a way, she is here.
Yes, so you are kind like her.
So are you.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Good luck with your sister.
Thanks, Nina. Bye.
Bye.
And he scampers off in a half run down one of the gunnels of the orchard. You can hear the tuk-tuk-tuk-tuk as he heads through the muddy grass. Roll me a perception check, please.
7.
After taking a sharp start down this gully, he runs just a short way before the shadow of his image disappears. His footsteps stop and the fruit he held drops to the ground.
I sit there a long moment in the grass, staring after him. Like my understanding of the world has been shifted. And only when I start to shiver from the cold and Kota starts nudging my arm, do I get up and move back towards the treehouse.
Yes. You get up, looking out after where Ovest had run. Just one last time. Before you head towards the treehouse. Back inside. Is there anything you'd do before you try to get back into your hammock?
I will just check on Steph, make sure that he's still sleeping.
He appears to be quite calmly, quite peacefully.
And can I ask if the necklace that was described is something that I'm familiar with?
Roll a history check. With advantage.
That's a 7.
This specific item, no, but its kind, sort of. It's the kind of thing you know that your grandfather and grandmother used to collaborate on producing, especially that distinctive white and gold, which you've seen many pieces that they've made in the past, that they have a lot of pride over. You suspect, that would be enough to suspect that it was something she made herself, at least.
Then I'm going to dry off and get back into my hammock and hope to fall asleep, but there's so many thoughts racing in my mind. I don't know how successful that will be.
I feel like you would be restless for some time, but eventually you fall into a deep sleep. And awaken the next morning with the sun gleaming through the window, rays of light hitting upon your forehead. It is a bright and clear and dewy morning, and the birds, the mamu and the wind chimes are alive outside the treehouse. And feels like a fresh and promising day. As you look outside the window, bleary-eyed, just focusing your eyes to the light of the day, out across the orchard, you'll notice that you see Steph already awake. This is quite far away, so you can only just see part of him. Roll me perception, please.
8.
You could swear he was laying down on the grass.
Laying down.
Laying down flat.
I'll run. Out of the treehouse. Down the mechanism as fast as possible. Sprint over to where he is.
Hurrying out of your hammock, straight through the door, cranking that mechanism, almost letting it go, letting the weight just drop you for callousness of yourself, just to get down as quickly as you possibly can, shooting across the orchard to where Steph lays. You can see he lays on his front, right in front of where this shrine was the scene of last night. And as you dart towards him, you can take a sigh of relief and see that he is simply laying as flat to the ground as he can, as to have a great view of the root at the base of this shrine. And you can see that he has like a short knife, like a scalpel of sorts, and some kind of vial with a greenish liquid in it. And he is scraping parts of this root into the vial, but has as yet not noticed that you have come up behind him.
Opa.
Oh, Nina, is that you? Oh, he tries to, whilst laying flat on the floor, crane his head around, stops what he's doing. Oh, you're right, dear. Is everything okay?
You gave me a fright. I saw you lying on the floor from...
Oh, right, yes. You thought I'd maybe taken a tumble, eh? Yes, that does make sense. Sorry, Nina. I've just overcome. I had to come down here as soon as I possibly could think.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'll let you know shortly. I had a dream, you see, and it gave me fantastic revelations, fantastic ideas, and I just simply had to confirm. And he continues doing his work. He scrapes this small piece of root bark into this vial, takes a piece of cork and plunges it in the top, rolls over so that he's now sort of lying on his back instead, and tries to bring himself up a little bit on his elbows so he's no longer just lying flat on the ground. And he takes this vial of greenish liquid with the pieces of bark root inside and gives it a firm shake like this. And as he does so and looks with anticipating eyes, the green liquid turns translucent, turns clear, and you can see the floating pieces of bark almost become gelatinous, like they are now suspended in a thicker, clear liquid.
Magic.
Magic indeed, Nina.
What is it?
I knew it. I knew. This here, this root that lies at the base of the shrine. Well, I always assumed it was perhaps some sort of root of a tree nearby, but no, Nina. No, it is not.
What is it?
This here is one of the far, far-reaching roots of the Honzite tree. Come all the way from Morrowell's heart, descending up above the ground just briefly here in our orchard, and then descending down below and wandering off who knows where into the kingdom.
Incredible.
Truly, truly magical discovery, Nina. You said it right the first time. The properties of the Honzite tree and its root and bark. Did you know? Its roots reach so deep. It taps from the fluid bright stone in the ground itself. Honzite trees' veins rush with magic.
What does this mean?
Well, Nina, I don't really know. Wonderful though, isn't it? Our very own piece of the Honzite tree, right here in the orchard.
Incredible. I'll make a totem. Right away.
Great idea. I think I will do the same.
Oh, what was your dream? How did you know?
It was a dream of a friend I'd never met. Come to tell me some things.
Oh.
Yes.
Do you have a name?
Roll me an insight.
10.
He definitely wants to begin to stop talking about what he's talking about. And is very hesitant to answer your question, and you can tell from the way he's saying it, it probably has something to do with Freya. Yes, just a boy from long ago.
I had a dream too.
Did you, Nina?
Yeah. It was a young boy right here.
Really?
And he was asking for her.
Ovis.
Ovis, yeah.
Nina, did you see him? Oh, just like your grandmother, aren't you? Come, I think we should have breakfast.
Okay.
Maybe we can talk just a little bit more about it.
I like that.
And he offers his hand to you.
And I take it.
You are required to pull him from the ground. He's quite unable to get up once he's on 2 feet.
I help him up.
He gives you a really big smile. Just a hint of sadness in his eyes. But you do get this feeling that this moment, this thing you've experienced, this thing he can recognize has opened up a small chink in the armor he's built up against himself. And as you walk towards the treehouse, have breakfast for the morning, I think that this may be a very gentle beginning, finding out a little bit more about your grandmother.
As we walk towards the tree, I just want to squeeze his hand.
He squeezes it back, looking forward, with that same grin on his face.